Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing a Legendary Halo campaign tier list. I've recently gone through and completed every Halo game on Legendary difficulty. For those of you unfamiliar with how a tier list works, there is S tier, which is Super, Superb, Supreme, and then there's corresponding A, B, C, and D. A is good. There's nothing wrong with getting an A. It's a great game. It's a solid 8 or 9 out of 10. B would be your 5 to 6, 7 range, you know. C is where we're starting to hit 3 to 2, and then I'd say D is roughly about bottom of the barrel. It is the worst in my opinion, but let's just get right into it. So starting off this tier list, I want to start with let's start with Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. Now there are two different versions of this. There is Anniversary, Halo Combat Evolved Original. Put those together. I want to take a second to talk about Halo Combat Evolved first, because I think that goes straight into S tier. I really enjoyed the level design, even though a lot of people have issues with how repetitive it gets, especially towards the end. There's a lot of backtracking in that game. I really enjoyed it. I recently went through on Legendary every single game, and I had a lot of fun with Halo Combat Evolved. I feel like the music is absolutely just peak Halo. I like the Flood twist. I think that's a really good twist for a game. But also, I like the sandbox a lot. I don't think that there's a lot that the game, in my opinion, did wrong. Moving on to Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, this goes into B tier, maybe C. We're gonna put that in C because even though it is the same game, I really felt like I feel like Halo Combat Evolved is a huge downgrade to Combat Evolved. It uses a lot of Reach assets. Halo 4. For me, I don't like Halo 4. I know some people do. I did not enjoy Halo 4. I couldn't get into it. I felt like the weapons were really weak. I felt like anything I did, I couldn't get through most of the fights without dying. Again, this is from Legendary, so I'm gonna put that into a D tier. It's not my game. There's some good things about it. It's just not for me. Moving on to Halo 3, S tier. Halo 3 is S tier. Absolutely. I love Halo 3 so much. It's just, it is the perfect send-off to the Halo trilogy, in my opinion. Next is Halo Wars. I've played a little bit of it. I haven't played too much. I enjoy the bit of story. I know a lot of people love it. Unfortunately, because I haven't played, I can't put it too high. I'm gonna give it probably a C tier. I understand they were trying to do something a little different with the RTS mechanics. I feel like they did a decent job. Just RTS has never really been my cup of tea. Even though I love a lot of the character designs and the story with the Spirit of Fire and the Covenant and the attacks and things like that, I thought it was really nice. I thought it was really interesting. The little bit that I did play, but it wasn't for me. Next, we're going to be doing Halo Wars 2, which I'm going to put a little higher than Halo Wars because even though I have never actually played Halo Wars 2, I've gone through and I've watched the cutscenes and stuff. And Blur did a phenomenal job with the cutscenes in Halo Wars 2. Phenomenal game, from story at least. I haven't played it. I know a lot of people loved it, but it's just, again, RTS isn't for me. Spartan Strike, I have not played at all, so we're just gonna leave that down there. Halo Reach is a game that a lot of people really enjoy. And I know I'm probably going to get a little bit of hate for this, but I did not enjoy Halo Reach as much as a lot of people did. It wasn't for me. I felt like it really lost a lot of what made Halo Halo. at least in Halo 1, 2, and 3. So I still like it. I thought I had a good story, but for me, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Its multiplayer is phenomenal. Custom Games Forge, absolutely great. But for me, it doesn't hit that Halo itch like a lot of the other Halo games do. Halo 2. Halo 2 is probably my least favorite of the entire original trilogy. It's clearly rushed in my opinion. And I feel like it does have a lot to add. It adds in a lot. Like the SMG and the battle rifle, great additions to the sandbox. But I also feel like it makes me achy to play it sometimes. Especially on Legendary. While I had a lot of fun with Legendary, there are far more enjoyable Legendary experiences, and I'm sure most people can agree. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in an A tier, because while it's still really good, it's good. I want to make that clear. I think it is really good, but I don't think it's quite S tier. It has some issues here and there. And A tier is nothing to be sad about. Next is Halo 5. Halo 5 has... I feel like it has an issue. It has the same issue that I have with Halo 4, which is that Halo 4, while being fun to a degree, its campaign is long. It feels way longer than it needs to be. It feels like there's a lot of filler. There's missions in Halo 5 where you don't shoot a bullet, you just walk around, and I know some people enjoy that, but for me that just wasn't it. But I do like the weapons sandbox of Halo 5. The Forerunner weapons and the new human weapons do damage, which is my biggest issue with Halo 4, is that the weapons didn't feel like they did damage ever to me. So I'm gonna put Halo 5 into a solid C. Solid C. Halo 3 ODST, phenomenal game. I understand why people enjoy it. Probably one of the better and more unique soundtracks in Halo. For me, I really enjoyed going through the streets of Mombasa at night as the Covenant are invading. I really liked the aspect of being weaker than a Spartan. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put Halo 3 ODST. It goes right next to Halo 2. It's pretty enjoyable in my opinion. I'm gonna put Halo 2 Anniversary right next to Halo 2. I really enjoyed the graphical upgrades. I enjoyed the music. Even though we lost some things, some of the music's better in the classic. I really enjoy that. One thing I really enjoyed about both Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2 Anniversary was the ability to swap between classic graphics and remastered visuals. I felt that was a really nice touch, and I really enjoyed the ability to go through both. I played through Halo Combat Evolved through classic graphics, and Halo 2 through a mix of both. I really enjoyed being able to swap between graphics in both and gave me a nice sense of freedom in how I wanted to play. Moving on to Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is probably right next to Combat Evolved for me, but it's not quite as. And how much I enjoy it, I love Halo Infinite. I love its campaign. I love its sandbox. I love how it tried to do something new, even if it doesn't do it the best. While I really wish there was more than just one biome in the entire game, it's not much that I can complain about nowadays. The game's long since run its life cycle. I don't believe we're getting any DLC, but I did really enjoy it. I went through the game on Legendary in the first day. I went through and beat Lasso by the end of the first week of it being out. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm currently replaying it on Legendary. It's really fun. It has a lot to offer. I just wish that there was more diversity in the weapons and the actual environments that you fight in. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. I would like to do more videos as time goes on in the future. Just tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you, and I really appreciate you sticking around to the end of the video.